This program is going to discuss two pieces of roofing safety equipment. It's going to discuss the RoofStrider, which is a roof-mounted retractable lifeline, and we'll also discuss a lifeline for use with a full-body harness. Both of these units will work with a full-body harness. Both of these two pieces of safety equipment can be installed with just a hammer. Please review this entire video and review all instruction manuals provided with the equipment in detail before using this equipment. Failure to follow all instructions may result in serious injury or death. Both pieces of safety equipment utilize a full-body harness. The reason Miller recommends a full-body harness versus a body belt is the fact that in a harness, if you fall, the weight of the fall is distributed throughout your body as opposed to around your waist in a body belt. To put on a harness, you hold it up by the back D-ring, locate the front two straps, and put it on like a vest. Once it's comfortably in place, the next step will be to adjust the leg straps. Both straps are put together with mating buckles so they can be easily adjusted and redonned each time without readjusting. The leg straps, you'll want to adjust these straps just so they're snug, not tight. You want it to be comfortable. Once they're adjusted, you want to make sure that the butt strap is below your buttocks. This is the place that will absorb all the force if you do fall. The next step will be to adjust your chest strap. You just want it snug, and you can put away the excess strapping in the elastic keeper. Then finally just pull down on the chest straps. So you want this snug but not too tight. And you can see there's a lot of freedom in motion here. I can bend and turn around very easily, very little constriction at all on the harness. I'll be wearing the harness throughout the rest of the video to show you how comfortable it is. We're now going to discuss the RoofStrider retractable lifeline system. There's three components to this system. The first part is the harness that I just put on. The second part is the base, and the third part is the retractable unit itself. The base is very easily installed using just 12 16-penny double-headed nails and a hammer. The base fits over various types of roof pitches from a 12-12 pitch down to a flat roof. It allows room for ridge vents on the ridge of the roof and will adjust very easily to the different pitches. The retractable unit itself is a self-enclosed unit, has 50 feet of 3/8-inch galvanized steel cable in here, which will easily move in and out as you move up and down a roof. In the event of a fall, the unit will lock in place, it'll restrain the fall, and you'll be safe. Before we install the RoofStrider on a roof, we must first make sure that the unit is in good operational condition and we inspect the unit for proper functioning. First, we want to take off the retractable unit from the base. Set this aside. Refer back to the instruction manual on the base for proper assembly of the pieces. You want to make sure that the unit does not have any bends or kinks in the legs and the rotor rotates freely. The retractable lifeline itself, this must be inspected before each use for proper functioning. The key features that you have to look for is the operation of the retractable system itself. Pull out a couple feet of the cable, make sure it retracts completely into the unit. You also want to make sure that in the event of a fall it breaks, check the braking mechanism. By pulling sharply, it'll lock, release, and it'll start to work again. The snap on the end is a locking snap, which means it will not open unless you release the back and then push it in. You can hook it into your D-ring, release it, and it'll lock in place. Also inspect the cable to make sure there's no kinks or any damage in the cable itself. Now the unit's ready to be installed. The RoofStrider is designed to be installed on wooden roof structures that have beams or studs below the surface for nailing of the unit into the roof. The roof structure has to be capable of supporting 5,000 pounds of force in the direction of the fall. Typically, a fully sheathed roof with solid wood members underneath should accomplish that. You want to install the RoofStrider at least 6 feet from a gable end or from the eave end of a roof to eliminate the possibility of a swing fall dropping over and swinging after you go over the edge. The other thing you want to make sure is that your RoofStrider is going to be installed on solid roof member, not on an unsupported eave or an unsupported gable. To install the RoofStrider system, we must first clearly mark where the solid roof members are below the sheathing. In this case, these are on 24-inch centers. It could be on 16-inch centers. We want to bring in the RoofStrider and set each of the feet so that it will line up with the stud below the surface. To install the RoofStrider onto the roof, we want to make sure that the nailing plate is at least about 6 inches down from the peak. What we'll want to do is nail into the center lines of these. These are on 24-inch centers. The other nailing plates are for 16-inch centers. What you want to do is you want to set up put your nail in and nail it directly into the stud. You can tell that you hit a solid roof member there. Next, you want to fill in the rest of the holes by nailing them in and filling out the rest of the holes on here. We want to repeat this procedure on the other foot. We want to make sure, again, that we're going to be nailing into the center hole in line with our roof stud. Make sure that the nail goes fully into the stud. Repeat the procedure. If for any reason you would be missing this stud, you can tell the difference in a roof structure. The nail goes straight through. You don't hit a solid member. That isn't good. All 3 of the nails must hit the center of the stud. That's extremely important and must hit a solid member underneath here. We want to install the other side of the feet now, and we want to make sure that these feet, again, are about equal distance from the roof peak as the other ones to make sure that the unit will remain level on the roof. Again, when we go to nail them in, we want to find our studs that are marked and drive our nails into the roof. We'll install all 3 of the nails. Again, making sure that we're into the solid roof material. And we'll repeat that procedure for the other leg. Now that the feet are firmly installed into the roof structure here, we want to make sure that the unit is going to be leveled on the roof so it doesn't move. We want to make sure it's about level, and then we want to tighten up our tightening bars and just give them a quick tap. Makes the thing real nice and firm. As you can see, there's about 4 to 6 inches, 4 to 8 inches clearance over the roof. It'll accommodate a roof vent, and the unit's ready to install. Want to get the retractable system itself, set it in place and line up the holes on the mounting bar and slide the locking pins in place so that the little balls are all the way through the other side. This locks the unit in place so it doesn't go. Make sure that the unit rotates freely. Unit's now ready to be used. To attach the D-ring to your back, attach it on, and now I'm all set to go. I can tighten up the straps a little bit if I need to. As you can see, I can pay out line back and forth. I can pivot around the roof. I can work on all different sides of the roof. If for any reason I would fall, the unit locks up and stops my fall. We've just seen how easy it is to install the RoofStrider retractable Lifeline system. What you want to remember is always install this system into solid roof substructures, the solid members. Make sure the unit's in good working condition. Always check it before you operate it. And if you have any questions, refer back to your instruction manuals or call Miller Safety Equipment. now going to talk about the Contractor's roof anchor rope lifeline system here. The system components are the roof anchor itself, which nails into the roof with a hammer. We also have the carabiner, which connects the roof anchor to the rope. This is a 5/8 inch nylon, spun nylon rope with a thimble that connects it to the roof anchor. We then have the rope grab, which will connect to a Miller soft stop, which is a shock absorber that connects to the harness that I have on. That's the basic components of the system. The system installs very simply the same way as it did before, using nails to hold the nails down. There's 6 nails, 6 16-penny nails that will go into a solid roof member on the roof. Those are nailed in and everything gets connected together to form the system. Before we install the Lifeline system, we must first make sure that all the parts are inspected and make sure everything is in good working order. The first thing we have to look at is the lanyard portion, or the connection device that'll go from the harness, connect to the harness, and then connect to the rope. We want to make sure that we check the snaps to make sure the snap is in working order, that it opens, closes, and locks so it will not come loose. The soft stop is a shock absorber in the middle. We have to make sure the soft stop is fully in its package. It hasn't been exposed to a fall and stretched out. The rope grab, all the parts must be in working order, sliding, be able to open, close, and relock the system. The rope itself, we want to inspect the full length of the rope to make sure there are no cuts, burns, abrasions, or anything that would affect the integrity of the rope. Make sure that the braid is in good shape and that it's not coming apart. Also must inspect the carabiner. Make sure the carabiner will open, close, and locks in place and is structurally correct. Then we can go on to the installation step. Before using any of the parts, if you have any questions, check with your instruction manuals that come with the unit to be sure that everything is there and everything is working properly. The roof structure has to be capable of supporting 5,000 pounds of force in the direction of the fall. We must first clearly mark where the solid roof members are below the sheathing. The roof bracket is designed to be installed on the peak of the roof, or it can be installed on a flat section of the roof by nailing in with 6 16-penny nails. The other thing that must be important is that it must be at least 6 feet from either the gable or the eave ends, and it must be installed over solid roofing material and not hanging on an overhang or an eave, an unsupported overhang or eave. The other thing that we must make sure of is when we install the unit, it's dead on top of one of the studs or solid structural material and not just nailing through sheathing material. To install the unit, all we have to do is line up the holes on the plate over top of the center line of the studs that we marked. Put in your nail. And hammer in your nails. All of them, all of the nails must hit the solid stud below the roof sheathing. Want to make sure that the nails are all the way down into the material. On the other side, the same thing. All 3 nails into the solid stud. The roof anchor is now solidly installed. The next step that we'll do is we'll install the carabiner, which will be used to connect the rope to it. We use a carabiner instead of a snap hook directly in here so that they don't have a keeper that could be knocked loose or be rolled out or broken if it was tangled up around the hook. To install the carabiner, loosen the keeper, just snap it right on. The next thing we'll do is attach the rope to the carabiner by just simply slipping it in through the thimble and then screwing down the carabiner and making sure the carabiner is locked. Always lock the carabiner and turn it around. Your drop line's now installed. The next thing we want to do is we want to attach the rope grab to our lifeline. To do that, unscrew the knob on your rope grab lock, slide it and open it up. The rope grab installs in one direction. There's an arrow that points up. That means up towards the anchor point. To install it, you lay the rope inside the rope grab, close the rope grab, lock it together, retighten the lock knob. That closes it onto the rope so it doesn't come off. The rope grab's now in position and tight. To move the rope grab up the roof, all you have to do is just slide it up. To move it back down, we need to push it up and then let it slide back down. Again, it'll slide up. Anytime you would slip or fall, the rope grab locks into place and it stops the rope or stops the person from sliding down the roof. Next thing we'll want to do is be able to hook this up to our lifeline or up to our harness, and we'll be ready to go. We now need to connect the lanyard portion to the back D-ring, and the system's now activated and we're ready to work on the roof. We can work all across the side of the roof. As we need to go up and down, we can adjust the rope grab down, lock it in place, work out to the corner of a roof, work over across the roof and work with it. As we go up the roof, we want to make sure that the rope grab is always above you on the roof. So if you do happen to fall, this will stop you. And if you fall over the edge of the roof, the soft stop will cushion the blow as you're going down the other side. Hopefully that won't happen. But anyway, this is where we are right now, and we can work on either side of the roof from here, no problems. When we're finished with our roofing job and we're ready to roof over this section here, we have this roof anchor in the way. What we'll want to do is we'll want to remove our rope here by loosening up the carabiner, taking off the rope, taking off the carabiner. And what we'll want to do is we'll want to roof directly over this. This anchor is designed for one use only, and after that it's hammered over. So what I'll do is just hammer it over. Hammered flat now, so we can roof directly over top of this bracket here. Remember, one use only, solid roof member, nailed into there. We're all done. It's a safe job. This program has shown you how to properly use Miller fall protection equipment for working on roofs. Always wear your fall protection equipment when you're working at heights. It'll save your life someday. If you have any questions on any of the information that we covered in this program, please refer back to your instruction manuals that came with your units, or talk to your safety supervisor, or call Miller Safety Equipment. Thank you.